Welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and today we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand, Warren County Extension Agent for Horticulture. And Kristin, you have a great demonstration for us, right?
Yes.
So we're intrigued by these seed blocks.
One of the common mistakes with soil blocking is the mixture that you have to make the soil blocks. There's a lot of different recipes out there for this, so you just have to get your, try at what these recipes are and see what works for you. But it's always good to have 1 parts equal of these certain components.
Okay.
So the first mixture that we have, you need to have at least 1 part of filler. And what we have, Joanna, is we've used some peat moss. You can also have an option of coconut coir. So it just depends on what you have available to you. Now you'll also need to that 1 part filler, you'll also need 1 part for drainage. And we're using Perlite. Now I will mention with the Perlite, you have to either wear some sort of mask because this is very fine. It gets a lot of dust everywhere, so you don't want to inhale that. What I've done today is I've wet it so that way we can kind of keep some of those dust particles down. But if you don't have Perlite, you can also use vermiculite.
Okay.
And then the last part of our mixture for the soil block is you need a nutrient. So we've got some compost, and you can kind of see here it's very fine. So it's going to actually hold some of the nutrients for our recipe for the soil block.
And sometimes compost can have chunks in it, right?
Yes.
And so that might not work for your seed block.
So you may need to look towards like a sifter. Like you said, different brands, depending on where you purchase from, can be a lot, thicker. So here's the 1 part of our filler, which is our peat. Some people may ask, what exactly is 1 part? So whatever you're using, just kind of keep it consistent. Again, we're going to take 1 part of our Perlite as for our drainage. Okay, I'm going to add that on top of our filler. And then we're going to add in 1 part of our compost. We're just going to add that right on top. Now once we've got all that into our container we're mixing in, then we're going to add a little bit of water. This is something that you're going to have to kind of feel around, especially as you're mixing these. You want this to be moist. Joanna, I think this is a pretty good, nice mixture. So we're just going to form it into a ball to kind of test just a little bit. And if it runs out, then you kind of know that and it's still going to be formed into that ball.
Okay, Kristin, so we have the right consistency now. It's time to make our block.
We're going to take our soil blocker, and what I'm going to do is just gently press that into what we have going.
Okay.
Make sure it's nice and compact. Now I'm just going to flip this over to the side to make sure that we fill these blocks pretty good. Now this is the 2-inch blocker. This is the traditional size. There are other sizes available depending on what you are growing.
Because you have this smaller one here that would make more, but it's a lot smaller seed, I'm assuming, would go in here.
Yes, so like if you're starting like herbs, sometimes herbs or even flower seeds will have, a little bit smaller seeds, so that'll be perfect. This would be really good for vegetables, a lot of bigger seeded type plants.
Okay.
And you can kind of fill that with your hands, because you're filling these cavities of the soil blocker. I'm just going to run just the excess off the side. You will have to practice this a few times, but what we're going to do is just flip it onto our tray here.
Okay.
Release it. And there are your soil blocks.
And now, Kristin, it already has the seed dibble in it, right?
Yes.
You went ahead and put those in. It comes with different sizes.
It does.
And so you chose a larger one for this one.
I did. Maybe for zucchini or even for sunflowers, if you wanted to start for the 2-inch blocks, this is perfect. Now, you're only going to drop 1 seed into each little block. So don't add any more than that.
And it looks like from here, your mix would make about 12 of these.
Yes. I know a lot of times we recommend that you sow in succession. So you can start some depending on what you're sowing. Now if you don't have a tray like this, just something that's got a lip, but I know a lot of times people have these cafeteria type trays.
Yeah, and so we water from the bottom though with these soil blocks.
Yes, so we would recommend that you put a little bit of burlap over the top of it, just regular natural burlap, and it just helps hold in that soil moisture. And then too, whenever you start to see sprouting happen, whenever it gets, you'll remove that burlap, and then what you want to do with the soil block is when you've got 50% germination, you want to take it to a seed starting light area. So you do want to use some type of artificial grow light system. Sometimes a timer type system is really good. So at least 16 to 18 hours depending on what you're starting.
We appreciate you watching the Farm and Home Show and hope you have a great day.